Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today we are going to choose my July TBR. Really excited for this one because it is my birthday month and it's gonna be a big birthday. I am turning 30 at the end of July. And I can't I can't even fathom it right now. It doesn't feel like I should be 30 yet, but when does it ever, right? So anyways, we are going to be picking out my July TBR, but first let's go over my June TBR and how I did. So the first prompt that I had in June was plants or foliage on the cover. For that one, I chose to read Heartwood by Amity Gage. I did finish this one. I gave it 4 stars. It was definitely a slower paced book, but I did really enjoy it. I thought it was very descriptive. I thought it was very interesting, kind of seeing the degradation of her mind in this whole process and how they went about trying to find our main character. If you don't know, Heartwood is about a 40-something-year-old woman who is hiking the Appalachian Trail. She is supposed to meet up with her husband at one of their checkpoints at the end of the day to get more supplies, and she never shows up. So she has gone missing at some point in Maine on the Appalachian Trail, and they don't know what happened or how it ended up happening, or they don't know anything. So it's this huge search to try and find her, and it was really interesting. We get perspectives from the game warden who is in charge of the search to try and find her. We have the perspective of Valerie, our main character, who is a lot of ways journaling, but in a sense also like writing letters to her mom to kind of convey what's happening to her. And then we also have another perspective from this older woman who is in her, I believe, 70s. She is in a home and she just feels kind of a connection with our main character. And so it was a really interesting story, and it was slow, but I did enjoy it. So I gave it 4 stars. Next up, we had a title with the letters R, A, I, and N in it. And I chose Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I said I was probably shooting myself in the foot. Honestly, I just haven't read as much this month. And we've been doing a whole bunch of stuff outside at our house. And so I just haven't been picking up a lot of books physically. So I have started Iron Flame. I'm not very far into it. We are still only on... It's only the 21st of June right now, so I do have lots of time left that I can like binge read if I want to and have a chance to finish out any of these that I haven't yet. But as of right now, I've started it, but I'm not excessively far into it. Next up, we had 26 books for 2026, and I decided to go with Harvest Season by Brynne Weaver. And that is the second book in her Ruinous Love trilogy. No, not Ruinous Love. Seasons of Carnage, sorry. Seasons of Carnage series. And I have that one on the way to me. I ended up buying it online and it's getting shipped to me right now because I just haven't had the opportunity to go into Barnes. Like I said, we've been busy with other things, and with it being summer break, it is an expensive ordeal for 5 of us to go into Barnes & Noble when we all love books. So I haven't gotten it yet, but I know I'm going to binge read it like as soon as I get it. So I'm most likely going to have that one done before the end of the month. I just haven't gotten it in my hands yet. I did kind of splurge and get the signed special edition. So I'm really, really excited for it. The next one that I had was Cover is an Outdoor Scene, and for that one I chose The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. I haven't started this one yet. It is next up on the docket for me. I am currently reading another book right now, and I just haven't started it yet. Again, I have time left in the month of June, but it just hasn't happened yet. Next up is Hyped on YouTube. For that one, I chose The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Same thing. I haven't started it yet. I really want to, but just haven't had time. And then we also have a random word generator and then finding those letters in the title. And my word was decrease. And so the book that I found was The Impossible Garden of Clara Thorne by Summer and England. Now I'm currently reading that one. I am over a third of the way into it. I'm really, really enjoying that one so far. I have a feeling it's going to be a 4 to 5 stars. I'm not far enough into it to say anything concrete yet, but I am really, really enjoying it. She is a feisty, solitary kind of girl, and I'm just having a great time so far. So it's really, really fun, and I'm really enjoying it. So I am reading that one right now. And then my bonus book for not finishing my TBR in May was Ship of Spells by H. Layton Dixon. I haven't picked that one up. I do still want to. Again, I just haven't had the chance. So that is it. That is our June TBR recapped. I haven't read much. But I have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of things going right now. And so I'm hoping to get to some of those before the end of the month. That being said, in the month of July, I was only going to do 4 throws. And then once I actually got out there, I still ended up doing 6 throws because, I mean, why not? And I was really excited for my prompts. So we're just going to do this like normal. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself, but we'll see what I get done. Like I said, there's I'm trying to kind of formulate my video plans kind of around my TBR and my TBR around my video plans, like, you know, trying to be cohesive. But we'll see how this goes. You know, sometimes at the house with the kids is that, you know, we do a lot of reading, and then sometimes I just don't. So I do tend to listen to quite a few audiobooks with working on my diamond paintings. And so if there's a few of these that I can get as an audiobook, I might try and do that. I also still need to continue working on my Which Comes First video that I started last month, and some others. So that being said, I did 6 throws. If you are new here, I throw knives at a box to choose my prompts for the month. I'm not very good at it, but it's a lot of fun. I had to get a new box because the one that I had was falling apart. So my husband got a new pair of boots for work, and I thought it was a perfect chance to swap them out. So we have a new box, and I put different prompts on there just to kind of change things up a little bit, ones that I'm really excited for my birthday month. And so yeah, we also have Sea of Charms by Sarah Beth Durst coming out. It's the 3rd book in her Spell Shop series that's coming out at the end of the month, so I'm really, really excited for that one. We have Erebus 13, which is the 3rd and final book in the Paradise 1 Red Space trilogy by David Wellington that's coming out, which I'm really, really excited for that one. I will be picking that one up so I can finish out that series. I really want to make this month about finishing series if possible, or where possible. My TBR doesn't totally reflect that, but I'm trying. What else is coming out? Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf comes out on the 28th, and I'm really curious about that one. And then we have Among the Thorns by Jennifer K. Lambert. The follow-up to Never the Roses, which I still need to read, is also coming out in July. So a lot of fun books that are coming out. I'm especially excited for the Sarah Beth Durst because, of course, I am. She's my favorite author. And so yeah, all of that being said, let's get into our first throw. So the first prompt that I got is a seasonal read. And for this one, I decided to go for a cutesy summer romance, one that I picked up at the library book sale last year. And that is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monahan. And I don't remember what this is about, honestly. It says Sam's life is on track. She has a perfect doctor fiance, Jack. His strict routines are a good thing, really, and a great job in Manhattan, unless they fire her. Anne is about to her wedding venue near her family's Long Island beach house. Everything should go to plan, yet the minute she arrives, Sam senses something is off. Wyatt is here. Her Wyatt. But there's no reason for the 30-year-old engaged woman to feel panicked around the guy who broke her heart when she was 16, right? Yet, being back at the beach, hearing notes from Wyatt's guitar float across the night air from next door, as if no time has passed, Sam's memories come flooding back. The feel of Wyatt's skin on hers, their nights in the treehouse, and the truth behind their split. Sam remembers who she used to be, and as Wyatt re-enters her life, their connection is as undeniable as it always was. She will have to make a choice. So it sounds a lot similar to Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, kind of that kind of vibe. Very similar sounding. I actually just read that one for another video that I'm working on. A little nervous about it, but this might be one that I can potentially get as an audiobook and fly through it pretty quickly while working on my diamond painting. And it's really just a fun summary read and just a lighthearted romance. So this will be the first choice for my TBR. The next prompt that I got is a hot cover. So for example, red or fire, but just to get creative with a hot cover. So the one that I decided to go with kind of has a little bit of all of those things, and I decided to put this one on my TBR again. I'm pretty sure it's been on here already, but that is The Heartless One by Emma Hamm. I really want to continue this series. The first one was The Deathless One, and I gave that one 5 stars. I loved it. So we have a red cover, and then he's got like his arm around her, and you see them together. So I am really excited to continue with this series. The first book is basically that this girl is a princess in a kingdom, and on her wedding night to this guy, at the ceremony, he turns out to be a total jerk because he kills her entire family, and then he kills her and he dumps her off a cliff. When she's falling, she ends up kind of being taken in by the Deathless One, which is the last living god anywhere. And he's like, I'm gonna help you get revenge and get your kingdom back, and in return you're gonna help me get my body back, and I'm gonna become a living being again. And it's all about them having to kind of work together to get what they want, and they of course fall for each other, and I had a great time. And so I'm really excited to continue on with this series. I really do want to read this one. It's short, I fly through them, and so hopefully this time I'll actually get to it. The next prompt that I got is a book of the month sister edition. And so the most recent one that my sister sent me was our June book. We haven't done July yet. And she got this one, I believe, on Kindle for her, and so that way she could read it too. But the one that I'm going to go with is Tansy's Tinctures. This is by RSS Rodriguez. It's a cozy cottagecore fantasy, it says. And I know nothing about this book. I've never heard of this book. I've never seen this book. And I'm really excited for it. I love all these cute little cottage fantasies. So it says, Tansy Glenmoss flees the horrors of war, seeking solace in the magical marshlands of Silver Fern Hollow. In a cozy cottage surrounded by blooming gardens and the warmth of a welcoming community, she begins to heal, brewing remedies, growing friendships, and finding an unexpected connection to Orsian, a man whose scars run as deep as her own. But peace is fragile. A shadow from her past emerges, and dark magic seeps into the marshlands. As the waters foul and the folk fall ill, Tansy must confront the nightmares she thought she'd escaped and protect the family and home she never thought she'd find. So it sounds really good. It sounds, at least for the first half of that synopsis, it sounds a little bit like Spell Shop vibes, which I love that. And it's just a really beautiful cover. It's just the purples and the lilacs. I mean, I love that. And I hope I love it. I hope that we both love it, because that would be awesome, finding a new little cottagecore fantasy to read. The next prompt that I got is another Orbit Publishing book. And if you've been following along with my videos, you know that they sent me a book in March that I still need to read. And so I'm going to be adding on A Kiss of Crimson Ash. This is by Anuya Varghese. And this one is fantasy romance. It says Nandapur is a city of secrets and spellcasters where seduction reigns, and a power-hungry king who is never satisfied plots to unleash a weapon that has lived only in myth until now. To stop him, an ancient goddess seeks out a newly crowned queen, a heartsick prince, a common thief, and a courtesan with magic in her blood. Together they chart a course through brothels, temples, taverns, and palaces, setting a trap for the empire's most powerful men. Linked by desire, destiny, and a dangerous foe, they each must decide what will they risk for a weapon worth dying for and a love worth staying alive. So it sounds really good. It says it features a spice of every variety. And I don't know, I'm just really, really excited for this one. I love anything with gods and goddesses usually. And so I'm really excited to pick this one up. And I'm hoping to do another like publisher-based vlog with some of their new releases. So I have this one that they just came out with. I have Aisha that they just came out with. And I'm sure I have more, but these are the two that I have on hand, so I really, really want to read both of these this month. And so we're going to put on A Kiss of Crimson Ash for my TBR. For my fifth prompt, I got a colorful cover. And for this, I decided to go with one that I just hauled. I had a few different options for this one as well, so I might try and add in what I can. But the one that I'm choosing to write down at least is Angie Kills the King by Evan Leakum. I absolutely love this cover. It is so interesting. So you look at it from back here, and it looks like a bird with hair. But if you look at it closer, it's actually a mountain. There's people walking up to a cave. And I think that that is so intriguing, and it makes for such an interesting, fun cover. I love the yellows and the greens, and I just think it's super interesting. So this says, the king is dead. Now what? Angie works in a castle as a castle servant, doing laundry for a king she hates. So when the rare opportunity presents itself, she seizes the chance to cut his throat. And then she runs for her life. In her wake, the kingdom is thrown into disarray, while a bounty bigger than anyone could imagine lands on her head. On her heels are the fabled mercenaries of the menagerie, whose animal-shaped masks are magical relics rumored to give them superhuman powers. It's the hawk who finds Angie first, a surly, aging swordswoman who has her own reasons for keeping Angie alive and out of the hands of her fellow bounty hunters, if only long enough to collect the reward herself. With the rest of the menagerie on their trail, so begins an alliance as tenuous as it is temporary, and a race against death that will decide Angie's fate and may change the course of a kingdom. So it sounds so interesting. It sounds so good. I'm really, really excited to read this one. So that's what I'm doing for a colorful cover. And last but not least, our sixth and final book for the month of July. All of these I'm so excited for. And then we get Sprayed Edges. And I have so many options for this. There's so many books with beautiful sprayed edges, but the one that I'm going to go with is one that I really, really do want to read. It's continuing a series like I want to do this month, and that is Bloodsinger by Juliet Cross. So this is the follow-up to Firebird that came out last year, and that one is a Spartacus Roman inspired dragon shifter romance. I'm so excited for this. So I really enjoyed the first one. I know a lot of people weren't really big on it, weren't huge fans of it, but I went into that book expecting it to be kind of brutal and dark like Spartacus gets. And so I didn't have a problem with that book. I actually really enjoyed that book. I gave it 4 stars. And this is the second installment. I believe this one is following her sister who is in the same village. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. And so I'm going to be reading this one. It's book 2, like I said, and it's got these beautiful sprayed edges. I bought this book, honestly, for these pages because the 3 books, once you put them together, are supposed to make a cohesive scene. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. So I will be putting Bloodsinger onto my TBR for Sprayed Edges for July. All right, that is it. These are the books that I have chosen for my TBR for July. We have Same Time Next Summer, The Heartless One, Tansy's Tinctures, A Kiss of Crimson Ash, Angie Kills a King, and Bloodsinger. I also have Cleopatra by Sarah Al-Arifi over here that I'd like to get to. I have Aisha over here by Soraya Bozeau over here that I'd like to get to, and I do plan on participating in Summer Ween, so I do have a couple of books picked out for that. So wish me luck. Are you looking forward to reading any of these? Have you read and loved any of these? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for being here, hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.